stream. Good afternoon, everyone. It is I, Agent Deco here, and I am playing one of my favorite games, which is Marvel's Avengers. I don't stream it that much, and I don't play it too often because there's a lot of problems with the game in general at the moment. Even though I still enjoy the game, and I wanted to talk about my opinions, my thoughts, ideas I have, and things I hope that they come to fix in the future, so that the game can have a better future. So I'm just gonna hold up my favorite Avenger, who I don't actually need to level up, and I do want to. I need to. We'll just see if I can get fucking Iron Man auto higher. Excuse my fan, I'm gonna try to not do that much in this video. Let's see. I think his challenge code isn't completed yet, so. Oh, I wish you could tag these on the side of your screen because it sometimes gets. I hate that one. I can do that. Do that. Smart markets. Okay. I can do that too. So, Marvel's Avengers. So before I even say anything in the video, I just want to say I love this game. It is a really enjoyable game. Most of the characters feel pretty good. There's some that I think do need a little bit more love, but we'll get that into more when I actually go to my cons. But for now, we're going to walk around. Let's see, what skin do I want to do? What suit? Or this suit, just to show an example of some of the cool stuff. I didn't buy the other two suits that a lot of people did for videos, but I will at some point. Anyway, let's load up an easy little mission. We'll go... Not the gauntlet. We'll just go... this Elite Hive. So, the pros. First of all, I think when the game came out, it was well received at first because it had a great early game, and I think the story they had was great. It was a phenomenal story. I loved how they told it. I enjoyed how it played out. I think they nailed that on the head.
We have located another elite hive that's building adaptoids.
I'm gonna let him talk. So.
Let's pay the place a visit and take it offline.
You read my mind.
Awesome. The combat is fun. The fighting, it's different for each character, but it's not. You got your same similar combos, but they all have their own unique moves and stuff, which is cool, and I like that. Combat's easy. Not easy, but it's enjoyable. Most of the characters feel really good. You generally feel powerful as characters.
Uploading the entrance's coordinates to your HUD. Be careful. This is one of AIM's higher security hives.
And in my opinion, all the characters in the game, including Kate Bishop, because Hawkeye isn't out until next week, all feel good, excluding Hulk and not Kate Bishop and Miss Marvel.
Head for the
Hulk,
location
I
on
don't
your
feel
HUD.
as strong. I feel like for the most part, all the small enemies should not be able to stun him when he does his attacks. I just don't feel like that's fair. He's the Hulk. Kate Bishop, I don't know if that's me, and I just don't like how she plays.
Why did you choose the wrong side?
She just doesn't seem... I don't enjoy her. I just got to the max level because... Speaking of this in a second as well. They're changing leveling in the next update, so it takes longer to level up, so I just maxed out her number level. Granted, I feel it's a good change. I just don't have a lot of time to dedicate, and most of my friends don't like to play this game because like, the co-op isn't what it needs to be for it to be enjoyable. But I'll dig into that when I hit my cons. I think the base of the game is great. They have the implementation. I think, again, me saying all the characters are good, I think generally says the base mechanics of the game are there. There's some little nuances in the cons that I get into, but I think the base game is that they have a good system for their characters built on. Because an RPG, but they have to keep reworking things for each character. But it still works in the system, which is great. The other thing, which is probably one of the last great things I think they have, which actually will be in my con section as well, is customization. They have really good character customization, but I think what we saw, just look at my skin, looks great, and a lot of the ones they released from Iron Man look great. One thing we saw, I think it was back in December or November, they released a Thor skin, one of my favorite Thor skins, because it's the short hair one, and I just like the short hair Thor. It was bugged. is he had his hair, it was still long. It didn't look like the picture at all. And it took them, I think, a week or 2 weeks to fix it. Which I don't know how they had it launched that way. I don't know if there's more nuances to it than I know about making characters and skins. But I think what they did is after Thor, they stopped trying to be more outgoing with skins, so they could work on to make sure they look like. I think Iron Man, because most of his skins are bigger or based on armor, if his default were to show through, it wouldn't actually show because his other skin would just cover it. And that's what I think they're doing to make sure they don't have any more issues. So we're gonna go in the cons. We're gonna go top to bottom.
The enemies have been defeated.
I'm gonna continue with character customization because I don't have it listed as my con because I just think it's good. I do think one thing they should do after they fix bugs, because bugs is the first thing that needs to be done. The ones where you get stuck in walls under the map. This game's been out for a minute. Granted, some of the maps are somewhat big. There's no reason for that to happen. Unless, like, you're intentionally trying. Like, I have numerous times and I've seen videos where Cap will throw his shield and he'll get stuck. Well, he can't throw his shield at all. Those are bugs that shouldn't be a thing. This game's been out. Technically, the original release was, I think, back in...
Remember,
back in March?
we are entering one of AIM's higher tier
the original release. They didn't end up releasing until September of 2020. Again, I still think it's a great game. I think people that hate on it right now are either one,
an elite AIM team is close
hating
by
on it
and
because
on
everybody
alert.
else does, or two,
Updating your
don't
HUD.
see the potential it has. I love the game, wanted to keep going because it has great potential. If they can work out the small kinks they have now, it'll be great. But I think the first thing that needs fixed, I'm actually going to know what I think needs fixed, is going to be the bugs. If they can fix the bugs in the game, the ones that we do have, and then work on new content, fix those bugs as they come, that's fine. But they need to fix the bugs that have been in the game for a very long time now. The next thing that they should probably work on is the end game and multiplayer. This has to be another con I have, but one thing they need to do, and it has to happen very soon, is they need to make the game not just cross-gen, cross-play. You need cross-play. In this day and age, where you need to have people, like, people don't play on the same things. People have PCs, people have PlayStation, people have Xboxes. It is what it is. You need crossplay. Almost every game has it. This game launched without it was a big no, which hurts the multiplayer.
Every member of the elite
And also
team
the
must be
end game.
defeated.
I think in general a lot of people complain about that because again, everyone knows the combat with the end game is not looking sweet.
Time for the big gun!
I think what they need to do.
Surprise!
Oh god. Having crossplay would make this a lot better, but also just making more enjoyable, repeatable fights would be nice. Or having like an actual raid. I did that Mega Hive once, only once. I did it Captain America. I beat it. I did also the Tycon thing before. I haven't played those much. Maybe I need to play them more before I give too much more opinions on it. But I think they have to have a way, and it would work out, where they have almost like a Destiny 2 Nightfall, if you've ever played Destiny, which I love Destiny, but you have raid bosses, like, cause all we have to fight the people was Taskmaster, Abomination, and the two, better now, and the two robots that, like, we've seen them so many times. There's no different stages, they're all the same. You fight them, same thing. Which, again, that's how boss fights are, but, like,
Beaming with pride!
there's only 4, and there's nothing really different. There's no modifiers, it's all the same. I think what they should have, they'd have Monica, a Tentacle, and MODOK, and have that as a huge Nightfall-esque fight.
Another agent
Or
down.
raid, if you will. I just think it needs to have
Another enemy defeated.
something along those lines. I think the resources is great, the way they have it, and if they were to change it too much, oh, here's one of the bugs that's
The
not
team are
about.
no
He
longer
killed
a
himself,
threat.
but I forgot what I was saying. I'll come back to it though. But yeah, having no like actual raids of a big boss at the end that are enjoyable for the team to go on and team together, because you need that crossplay. Like again, it's not, this game won't make its comeback that I think it deserves until crossplay is added, and they should probably do that once they review the next Avenger, which will probably be Black Panther and Spider-Man. Will probably be season 2, but I doubt it will be those two. I think there will be a third one mentioned. Because, as it stands, Spider-Man is going to
If
be
you can gain control of AIM's network
a
temporarily,
PlayStation exclusive, which
I can
I'm not
infiltrate their
for,
security system.
unless it's a time
AIM will attempt
exclusive.
to
then I am
initiate a
okay with
shutdown
it.
protocol if they gain access to the terminal. You cannot let them.
That was cool. But, they're gonna have to have some compensation. We can't just have
Beginning
Spider-Man from the
infiltration.
PlayStation. It's an exclusive, and I get that. But at the same time, in the communities like this, like if it was like Call of Duty and they had like a character skin that was only there, that's cool. But you're having a whole, in this game, characters
Thank you.
are like a gun in Call of Duty. Imagine not having like an M16 or the AUG right now. You would not be having a good time.
Night night, sweetheart.
I'm inside
And I-
AIM's security system.
Think it needs to be really looked at. Maybe give them more exclusive skins, because I know they have some from other characters. I don't know how good they look, but don't keep them permanent on the PlayStation. My biggest advice that I could give. Events. This is down the road. Once bugs are fixed, once they actually have like better strikes and replayable things to do. Events. Have seasonal
AIM has
events that go on.
initiated
The
their
same parties they
shutdown
go on.
protocol.
Something cool going. Like this would be a great one for Tony Stark to kind of think
Beginning
it was an alcohol pub
infiltration.
that he had in the comics. Was a touch on the MCU, kind of a small storyline, be a mini little thing.
AIM is trying to remove
And it
me
wouldn't
from
be a
their
full
system.
story, it'd just kind of be like a small couple 1 to 3 mission thing, or they kind of just grasp at it. I think it'd be
That
interesting.
helps. Thank you.
Have some like skins tied to it.
That's curfew.
I think that'd be good enough. At least for the time being. But that again, that's a
Beginning
future thing.
infiltration.
Right now we need the community to come back, because I don't think the full community that they
The
talk about
shutdown
is always
protocol
there.
is progressing.
I love how they do their deep dive videos though too. I think they're very good and informative.
I'm
That
inside
shouldn't
AIM
change
security
that.
system.
Except for when the lady said energy for Hawkeye's
I've
thing.
breached AIM
last
security
one.
network.
I don't think that was right, unless the energy changes. But the way she said it made it seem like she didn't know what she was talking about, which I don't think that's the
Party
case.
time.
I think it was just that. That's just what was typed. That's what she said. Another thing that needs redone is the AI. I think AI is more important than the enemies themselves not being diverse, because
This hive
Your
boasts
team AI
top-tier security, which is not surprising given its main purpose.
your team AI is not that good. There's numerous times where I've been fighting or doing things and they don't help. I don't know. I'm not a
Head for the
programmer.
location
I
on
don't-
your HUD.
I don't have a background in that. But I know it can be done to where you can have smarter AI that can actually be useful to you. Like there's times when you're doing the hold down missions where you gotta hold a point
Bye-bye.
for Jarvis to do his thing, and if you're not on it and it's 1 point, the enemies automatically have it. Which I think that should either be A, changed, or the enemies have to be there, or B, you have it to where your AI will automatically start covering that, especially the tankier people. Hulk should be a tankier person that would want to stay back and defend. Because, like, I was playing Miss Marvel, and I had a Hulk, AI Hulk. 'Cause I don't really have anybody to play with on PC. And again, there's no crossplay, so, and I don't care to wait for a search. Hulk, I think they all should have somewhat of an AI implemented in them, but they don't. And that's kind of a bad thing at the moment. I think it needs to work, make them smarter, make them to where you can direct them better. After
These
that,
enemies must be defeated.
Don't worry.
it'd be the
Enough of
enemies
me to
not being
go
that
around.
diverse. We've had the thugs, and we've had the aim robots. That's all we've had. There's a lot of different elements and stuff and different variations in the leadership. But
Watch
like,
your eyes, everyone.
think it's enough. They like hearing different names. Like I haven't been a Marvel fan for that long. I got into Marvel back in 2018 when Infinity War dropped. And then since I saw that movie, I got hooked, and I actually started reading comics last year about Marvel. My favorite one is Hawkeye. He's what I started on because I feel he's the most relatable person, and I'm really excited to play him in the game.
Sometimes you
He
gotta
looks
run
great.
before you can walk.
There's so many things here. Like, they have some things, which is great, but they don't have everything they need. And that's the issue we have right now. I think everyone plays good. I haven't played much of Black Widow. I have a max double, but not max like you or whatever. But she seems good. Again, she might be bad later in the game. I don't know. I've only maxed out Cap, Iron Man, Kate Bishop, and Thor. I've worked on pretty much everyone besides Ms. Marvel, Kamala Khan, whatever you want to call her, are not on the same level. They're all on the same level. But I think they do need to add ways where people will get skins,
For the big guns!
not just by buying them, but like cool skin that you could get from doing certain challenges. But that's other ideas in the future. Right now, it's bug fixes, crossplay, and then better endgame stuff. I would continue the stream, but I'm getting technical support, so I will be back at some point in the future. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully I find time to edit this into a video. Till next time, Agent Necro's out.